Before the age of towering mammals and sweeping grasslands, the world was a place of dramatic transformation. In these ancient epochs, as continents drifted and climates shifted, a remarkable lineage was quietly taking shape, beneath the shadows of ferns and towering conifers. Snakes trace their ancestry back over 100 million years, their earliest fossils found alongside the bones of dinosaurs. These primitive serpents already displayed the elongated bodies and reduced limbs that would define their descendants. The evolutionary leap from lizard-like ancestors to the limbless form of snakes was a masterstroke of adaptation. By sacrificing limbs, early snakes gained access to new ecological opportunities, slipping through tight crevices, burrowing underground, and ambushing prey with stealth. Over millions of years, this streamlined body plan allowed snakes to radiate into nearly every conceivable habitat, from dense rainforests and arid deserts to high mountain slopes and murky wetlands. Today, more than 3,000 species of snake inhabit every continent except Antarctica, each uniquely adapted to the challenges of its environment. Their resilience is legendary. Snakes have survived mass extinctions, ice ages, and the rise and fall of entire animal dynasties, their form barely altered by the relentless march of time. The secret to their enduring success lies in their anatomy. Each scale is a shield, each muscle a finely tuned engine for movement. A snake's skeleton is a marvel, hundreds of vertebrae and ribs working in concert, granting both flexibility and strength. This allows for silent, fluid motion across any terrain, from loose sand to tangled roots. Unlike most vertebrates, snakes grow continuously throughout their lives. Shedding their skin not only accommodates this growth but also removes parasites and renews their vibrant patterns. Each molt is a renewal, a testament to their vitality and the ongoing process of adaptation. Snakes are among the oldest surviving lineages of terrestrial vertebrates, predating most modern mammals and birds. Their evolutionary journey is written in both stone and living flesh. Their ability to move with equal ease through water, over rocks, and across open ground is unmatched, a direct result of their specialized design. This adaptability has led to an astonishing diversity. Arboreal snakes have evolved prehensile tails and flattened bodies for climbing, while aquatic species possess paddle-like tails for swimming. In the treetops, some snakes move with the precision of acrobats, their bodies perfectly balanced as they hunt or evade predators. On the forest floor, others have become masters of disguise, their colors and patterns blending seamlessly with fallen leaves and dappled sunlight. In the oceans, sea snakes have conquered the waves, breathing air, yet spending most of their lives submerged, hunting fish and evading marine predators. Beneath the sands, burrowing snakes use specialized snouts and smooth scales to tunnel effortlessly, escaping the heat and searching for hidden prey. This extraordinary range of forms and behaviors is the foundation of their evolutionary dynasty, allowing snakes to persist where others have vanished. By evolving to exploit specific ecological niches, snakes have minimized competition and integrated themselves into food webs as both predator and prey, shaping the balance of countless ecosystems. Nowhere is this evolutionary success more evident than in Africa, where the savannas, forests, and wetlands host a dazzling array of serpentine life. Here, iconic species like the black mamba, puff adder, and cobra have evolved potent venoms, lightning-fast strikes, and cryptic coloration, each perfectly suited to the demands of their environment. In these wild landscapes, survival is a daily contest. Snakes have developed some of the most advanced hunting strategies in the animal kingdom, from ambush predation to sophisticated chemical tracking. Their evolutionary toolkit, venom, constriction, acute senses, has made them not only survivors but dominant predators in their own right. To truly understand snakes is to glimpse a world where evolution has honed every sense and movement for the art of silent hunting, where patience, precision, and power are the ultimate keys to survival. Across the world's savannas, forests, and deserts, snakes have evolved an astonishing array of hunting adaptations, each one a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering, perfectly tailored to the challenges of their environment and the nature of their prey. In the semi-deserts of Africa, the puff adder is a master of camouflage, its cryptic coloration allowing it to vanish against the dusty earth and fallen leaves. Between its eyes and nostrils, the puff adder possesses specialized heat-sensing pits, tiny yet powerful organs that detect the faintest traces of infrared radiation. These pits grant the snake a sixth sense, enabling it to visualize the world in thermal images and pinpoint the body heat of small mammals, even in total darkness. To the puff adder, a warm-blooded animal glows like a beacon, standing out against the cool backdrop of the nocturnal landscape. Lying motionless for hours, the adder waits for this glowing target to wander close, then launches a lightning-fast strike, its hollow fangs injecting a potent cytotoxic venom that quickly incapacitates its prey. Yet, not all snakes wield venom as their primary weapon. Some, like the great constrictors, rely on raw physical strength and stealth. The African rock python, the continent's largest serpent, is a formidable ambush predator, capable of overpowering animals many times its own weight. During the parched, dry season, it buries itself in the mud beside a dwindling waterhole, its body concealed beneath a layer of earth and debris, waiting for thirsty prey to draw near. When an unsuspecting impala bends to drink, the python erupts from its hiding place in a sudden explosive burst of power. It seizes its victim with backward curving teeth, then swiftly loops its muscular coils around the animal, initiating a deadly embrace. Contrary to popular belief, the python does not crush bones. Instead, it orchestrates a battle of breath, tightening its grip with every exhale from the prey. Each time the impala exhales, the coils constrict further, preventing the chest from expanding until the animal succumbs to suffocation. This method, known as constriction, is a slow, relentless process, yet it is nearly infallible, allowing the python to subdue even the most robust prey. Other serpents rely on a combination of speed, agility, and venom to secure their meals. The black mamba, a sleek and slender predator reaching nearly 3 meters in length, is renowned for its astonishing speed, capable of slithering at over 20 kilometers per hour. Its most formidable weapon, however, is its neurotoxic venom, a complex cocktail of proteins that rapidly disrupts nerve signals, causing paralysis and, if untreated, death. A single bite delivers enough venom to kill several grown men and can bring down animals many times the snake's own size. The mamba's strategy is to strike with blinding speed, inject its venom, and then retreat to a safe distance, minimizing the risk of injury from a desperate or dangerous animal. By waiting patiently for the venom to take effect, the snake ensures its own safety and conserves precious energy for the next hunt. With its lethal combination of speed, precision, and potent venom, the black mamba's reputation as one of Africa's most formidable predators is well deserved. But the serpent's arsenal is not limited to the ground. In some regions, snakes have mastered the art of moving through the air itself. In the lush rainforests of Southeast Asia, the paradise flying snake has evolved a remarkable adaptation for life in the treetops. To travel between trees, it launches itself from a high perch, propelling its slender body into the void. As it falls, the snake flattens its body by expanding its ribs, transforming from a round tube into a wide, ribbon-like form that catches the air. This unique shape acts like a living parachute, generating lift and allowing the snake to glide for distances of up to 30 meters between trees. By undulating its body in a controlled, wave-like motion, the flying snake can steer and stabilize its glide, navigating the complex three-dimensional world of the rainforest canopy. This extraordinary gliding ability is a testament to the versatility of the serpent's arsenal, an evolutionary innovation that allows it to hunt, escape predators, and thrive in a world where the ground is often the most dangerous place to be. The moment a snake captures its prey, a new set of challenges begins, ones that test the limits of its extraordinary anatomy. Unlike most predators, snakes cannot tear or chew their food. Instead, they must swallow their prey whole, relying on a suite of specialized adaptations that make this feat possible. The snake's jaw is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Rather than being rigidly fused, the two halves of the lower jaw are joined by an elastic ligament, allowing them to spread apart and move independently. This flexibility enables the snake to open its mouth to an astonishing width, sometimes more than 150 degrees, far surpassing the size of its own head. With slow, rhythmic movements, the snake alternately advances each side of its jaw, effectively walking its mouth over the prey and gradually drawing it deeper into its throat. When the meal is particularly large, this process can last nearly an hour, with the snake's skin and muscles stretching to their limits. After swallowing, the snake's body undergoes dramatic changes. Its ribs, loosely connected by muscles, can flare outward to accommodate the swollen mass inside. Vulnerable and sluggish, a snake like the African rock python will retreat to a secluded spot, remaining hidden for weeks as it digests. During this period, the snake's internal organs shift and expand. Its digestive system becomes hyperactive, with the stomach and intestines increasing in size and blood flow. The stomach secretes some of the most potent acids found in the animal kingdom, capable of dissolving not just flesh, but also bones, horns, and hooves. To conserve energy, the snake's metabolism slows dramatically. Its heart rate drops, and nearly all bodily resources are devoted to digestion. This state of torpor leaves the snake exposed to danger. Unable to flee quickly, it must rely on camouflage and stillness to avoid predators. Only when the meal is fully digested and absorbed does the snake's body return to normal, marking the true completion of the hunt. Growth is a continuous process. As the snake's body expands, its outer layer of skin cannot stretch indefinitely, so it must be shed and replaced. This process, called ecdysis, is a complete renewal. The snake forms a fresh layer of skin beneath the old, preparing for the next stage of growth. As the new skin develops, the old layer loosens, and the snake's body may appear dull and swollen. When ready, the snake seeks out a rough surface, such as a rock or branch, to split the old skin, usually starting at the snout. With slow, deliberate movements, it wriggles forward, turning the old skin inside out as it emerges, even shedding the transparent scales that cover its eyes. The discarded skin, now inside out, is left behind, often in one continuous piece, bearing the intricate patterns of the snake's scales. Shedding not only allows for growth, but also removes parasites and repairs minor injuries, leaving the snake's body renewed and vibrant. In the days before shedding, the snake's skin becomes dull and its behavior subdued as the old layer separates from the new. A milky fluid accumulates between the layers, even beneath the transparent eye caps, causing the eyes to appear cloudy and blue. Nearly blind during this stage, the snake relies on its tongue and heat-sensing pits to navigate its environment. Vulnerable and irritable, it may adopt defensive postures, hissing or striking if threatened, as its senses are dulled and it feels exposed. Most snakes seek out a quiet, hidden refuge, minimizing movement and contact until the shedding process is complete and their vision is restored. Emerging from its old skin, the snake reveals a gleaming, healthy new layer, ready to continue its life in the wild, perfectly adapted for survival. Across the vast African savanna, every creature must weigh risk against reward to survive. Yet there is one animal that seems to disregard this fundamental law of nature entirely: the honey badger. Despite weighing just 12 kilograms, this tenacious member of the weasel family is renowned for its unmatched boldness. Its compact, muscular body is built for confrontation, not retreat. Armed with formidable claws, the honey badger can excavate burrows in the toughest earth, searching for prey or shelter. Its skin, thick and remarkably loose, acts as a natural armor, allowing it to twist and turn even when seized by a predator. This unique adaptation means that even if a lion or leopard manages to grab it, the honey badger can contort its body, biting back with astonishing ferocity. Guided by an acute sense of smell, it detects opportunities invisible to most animals, sometimes even beneath the ground. Today, the scent of newborn hyena pups drifts from a den, a tempting prospect for a hungry honey badger. The den is a stronghold, its entrance watched over by vigilant adults, and the air is thick with tension. Spotted hyenas are formidable adversaries. Females, larger and more dominant than males, lead the clan with authority. Their social structure is complex and their loyalty to the group is unwavering. With jaws capable of crushing bone, hyenas defend their young with relentless determination. The den, surrounded by adults, becomes an impenetrable fortress when pups are inside. Yet the honey badger approaches, undeterred by the odds. Its calculated risk is driven by hunger and the promise of a high-calorie meal. For this animal, the potential reward outweighs the peril. Confidence radiates from every movement. This audacity is both its shield and its Achilles heel, propelling it into situations that would terrify most predators. The honey badger's reputation precedes it. Many animals instinctively avoid confrontation, but hyenas are not so easily intimidated. Their intelligence and social bonds make them formidable defenders. As the honey badger edges closer to the den, it becomes a direct threat to the clan's future. The hyenas respond with silent coordination, each member alert and ready. The first hyena to notice the intruder does not charge. Instead, it issues a low, rumbling call, a signal that mobilizes the entire clan without alerting the badger to the growing danger. Oblivious to the silent assembly behind it, the honey badger remains fixated on its objective. Its unwavering focus is a testament to its legendary determination. With a final surge of resolve, the badger pushes into the den's entrance, intent on seizing a pup. This single-mindedness often tips the balance in its favor, as few animals are willing to match its intensity. But this time, the gamble is greater than ever. The honey badger is now surrounded, its bravado placing it in the heart of danger. The hyena's maternal instincts ignite, and the clan rallies with a unified purpose. The tranquil Savannah is poised on the edge of chaos. In this moment, the honey badger's audacity is put to the ultimate test, a solitary, fearless challenger against the collective might of a united family. The outcome will hinge on instinct, courage, and the raw realities of life on the savannah. The honey badger's sudden assault on a vulnerable pup sends shockwaves through the den's entrance, triggering an immediate and explosive response from its inhabitants. The matriarch's urgent call slices through the air, a signal honed by generations of survival. Instantly, every member of the clan snaps to attention, their senses sharpened, their bodies tensed for action. In a matter of seconds, the den's defenders surge forward, transforming from scattered sentinels into a unified, formidable force. The clan's strategy is instinctive and precise. They fan out, forming a living barricade that encircles the intruder, sealing every possible escape route. The honey badger, realizing the odds have shifted, releases its grip on the pup and pivots to confront the encroaching wall of muscle and teeth. Rather than retreat, the badger plants itself firmly, bristling with defiance, its body language a clear warning to any who dare approach. With lips curled back and teeth bared, it emits a guttural snarl, projecting an aura of ferocity that belies its size. This is the moment where the honey badger's legendary reputation for fearlessness is put to the ultimate test, surrounded by adversaries far larger and more numerous. The honey badger's armor is its skin, thick, rubbery, and remarkably loose, allowing it to twist and maneuver even when gripped by powerful jaws. When a hyena clamps down, the badger's unique hide lets it spin within the predator's grasp, counterattacking with astonishing speed and precision. For a lone hyena, this tenacity is infuriating. The badger's resilience and unpredictable movements make it a perilous target. But this is not a solitary hunter's game. The hyenas are a collective, each member attuned to the others, their tactics shaped by years of cooperative living. They move as one, leveraging their numbers and coordination to outmaneuver even the most formidable opponent. Rather than charging recklessly, the clan employs patience, circling and probing for weaknesses, each hyena waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Their attack is a masterclass in strategy. Some distract, others flank, all working in concert to wear down their adversary. While one hyena feints at the front, another darts in from behind, exploiting every opening with relentless precision. The scene erupts into chaos. Jaws snap, bodies collide, and the badger is beset on all sides by a coordinated, swirling assault. The air is thick with the sound of growls and the crack of powerful jaws, each bite a test of the badger's defenses. The honey badger responds with a flurry of attacks, lunging and snapping in every direction, its movements a blur of desperate energy. Yet for every hyena it repels, another seizes the opportunity to strike from behind, the relentless pressure never easing. The hyena's jaws, among the most powerful in the animal kingdom, are built to shatter bone, each bite a potential death sentence for smaller prey. Even the honey badger's legendary hide cannot fully shield it from the cumulative damage of so many coordinated attacks. The overwhelming numbers of the clan become an insurmountable force, pressing in from every angle, draining the badger's stamina with each passing second. The honey badger's breathing grows labored, its movements slow, exhaustion etched into every muscle as the relentless assault continues. Inevitably, the badger's strength wanes, its resistance faltering under the unyielding pressure of the pack. At last, its body gives out, collapsing in defeat, surrounded by the victorious defenders of the den. The hyenas, relentless and unified, have subdued one of the Savannah's most notorious fighters through sheer cooperation and persistence. Their fortress, an intricate network of tunnels and chambers, remains secure, the pups safe beneath the watchful eyes of their clan. For the honey badger, this failed raid is a stark reminder of the risks involved in challenging such a well-defended stronghold. The outcome of such encounters is dictated by numbers. A lone badger may triumph against a few, but against the full might of the clan, the odds are insurmountable. Today, the Hyena Fortress has demonstrated the unbreakable strength of unity, driving home a lesson in the unforgiving politics of the Savannah. In the end, it is not just the den's walls, but the clan's unwavering cooperation that makes this fortress truly impenetrable. As the relentless dry season grips Zambia's Luangwa River valley, the once vast river recedes, carving the landscape into a patchwork of shrinking pools and narrow, muddy channels. Water becomes a precious commodity, and the river's inhabitants are forced into ever tighter quarters. Here, two of Africa's most formidable river dwellers, the hippopotamus and the Nile crocodile, are thrust into uneasy proximity. Hippos, massive and muscular, spend daylight hours submerged to protect their sensitive skin from the harsh sun, while crocodiles, armored and ancient, patrol the same waters in search of prey. The hippo's formidable jaws can open up to 150 degrees, revealing tusks that can exceed half a meter in length. Despite their herbivorous diet, hippos are fiercely territorial, with dominant bulls defending stretches of river and the females within their pods. Their aggression is legendary, and their immense size, often surpassing 1,500 kilograms, makes them one of Africa's most dangerous animals. Crocodiles, meanwhile, are apex predators, perfectly adapted for stealth and ambush. Their eyes and nostrils sit atop their heads, allowing them to remain almost entirely submerged while watching for movement. With a bite force among the strongest in the animal kingdom, they can seize prey with lightning speed, dragging it beneath the surface in a sudden burst of violence. The dry season's forced cohabitation leads to a daily contest for space. Hippos, intolerant of intruders, will charge at crocodiles that venture too close, especially when calves are present. A single swipe from a hippo's jaws can be fatal, and even the largest crocodiles give way to an enraged bull. Yet crocodiles remain a constant threat to the youngest hippos. A newborn calf, weighing around 50 kilograms, is vulnerable to predation if it strays from its mother's side. The river becomes a perilous nursery, with mothers vigilantly guarding their young against lurking reptiles. Crocodiles employ patience as their greatest weapon, lying motionless for hours, disguised as driftwood, waiting for the perfect opportunity. A moment's lapse, a calf wandering too far, a hippo isolated from the pod, can trigger a swift and violent attack. As the river continues to shrink, the boundary between coexistence and conflict narrows to a fragile line. The hippo's deep bellows echo across the water, a warning to all, while crocodiles slip silently beneath the surface, ever watchful, ever patient. In this harsh environment, survival depends on vigilance, strength, and the delicate balance of power between two of Africa's most iconic river giants. For a hippopotamus, the act of giving birth is fraught with danger, and it almost always takes place beneath the water's surface, hidden from prying eyes and potential threats. The newborn calf, weighing around 30 kilograms, emerges into a world where survival depends on instinct. Within moments, it must propel itself upward, breaking through the water to take its very first breath, an act that marks the beginning of a perilous journey. From this instant, the calf's existence is tethered to its mother. She becomes its sole protector, guiding it through the complexities of river life. The first weeks are the most treacherous. The calf is small, inexperienced, and vulnerable. Relying entirely on its mother's vigilance and strength, the river teems with danger. Crocodiles, ever patient and opportunistic, patrol the murky depths, while even other hippos can pose a threat, especially to calves that stray too far from their mothers. Dominant males, driven by instinct to secure their own genetic legacy, may attack calves that are not their own, hoping to bring the mother back into estrus and sire new offspring. The maternal bond is unbreakable. A mother hippo's devotion is evident in every nuzzle and every watchful glance, her senses attuned to the slightest hint of danger. She constantly positions her massive body between her calf and any potential threat, using her bulk as both shield and deterrent. When separated from the main pod, mother and calf are at their most exposed. The journey back to the group is fraught with peril, every movement watched by predators lurking nearby. Crocodiles, with their acute senses, detect the vulnerable pair. The mother's every move is shadowed by eyes waiting for a moment of weakness. A large Nile crocodile, sensing opportunity, glides silently through the water, its powerful tail propelling it closer to the unsuspecting calf. As the mother leads her calf through the muddy shallows, the tension in the water is palpable. The crocodile prepares to strike, muscles coiled beneath the surface. Suddenly, the crocodile erupts from the depths, jaws agape, aiming to seize the vulnerable calf in a single, devastating attack. The mother's response is immediate and ferocious. In a split second, her calm demeanor transforms into raw, explosive power. She thrusts her calf behind her, using her immense body as a living barrier, and pivots to face the attacker head-on. Her eyes narrow and her posture shifts from nurturing to combative. Every muscle is primed for confrontation. She bares her formidable teeth, opening her jaws wide in a display that signals both warning and intent. Her tusks, capable of inflicting fatal wounds, are now weapons of defense. The confrontation is intense, a silent standoff charged with primal energy. The mother's presence alone is enough to give even the most determined predator pause. With a sudden burst of speed, she surges forward, jaws agape, emitting a deep, guttural bellow that reverberates through the water. She uses her immense mass, over 1.5 tons, to ram the crocodile, leveraging her size and strength to maximum effect. Clamping her jaws around the crocodile's flank, she lifts the predator partly out of the water, thrashing it with astonishing force. The bite pressure is immense, capable of crushing bone and armor alike. Overpowered and injured, the crocodile has no choice but to retreat, its predatory ambitions dashed by the mother's relentless defense. The river's apex predator is forced to concede, slipping away into the murk, a stark reminder of the risks involved in challenging a mother's resolve. The calf, shaken but unharmed, nestles close to its mother. Her fierce defense has ensured its survival, at least for now, in a world where danger is never far away. In the vast expanse of the African savanna, every creature is bound by the unyielding laws of territory. Here, boundaries are drawn not by fences but by scent, sound, and the ever-present threat of violence. Each animal knows its place, and for the lion, that place is the open land, where strength, speed, and cunning make her the undisputed ruler. Yet, even the most formidable hunter can be undone by a single miscalculation. For a lioness of the Luangwa pride, weighing 130 kilograms, the pursuit of prey leads her into unfamiliar and perilous terrain, a steep river gorge carved by centuries of relentless water. As she stalks her quarry along the treacherous edge, her powerful muscles betray her for a split second. She loses her footing, sliding helplessly down the slick, jagged rocks. The impact is brutal, but her resilience is legendary. She survives, battered and disoriented, but alive. Now, she finds herself stranded on a precarious ledge, hemmed in by a sheer, unclimbable cliff behind her and the swirling, muddy waters of the river below. This river is no ordinary obstacle. It is the domain of the Nile crocodile, a predator as ancient as the land itself. The commotion of her fall sends ripples across the water, a signal impossible for the crocodiles to ignore. Instinctively they converge, drawn by the promise of a rare and vulnerable meal. The crocodiles gather in silent anticipation, their armored bodies gliding just beneath the surface. The lioness, so confident on land, is now painfully aware of her disadvantage. Her golden eyes scan the water, calculating every movement, every ripple. On the savanna she is a force to be reckoned with, an apex predator. But here, injured and isolated, she is exposed. The crocodiles, patient and methodical, know that time is on their side. They wait, motionless, their eyes never leaving her. The lioness paces the narrow strip of rock, her movements tense and uncertain. Each time she edges closer to the water, a crocodile lunges, jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. The ledge offers no escape, only the constant threat of death from below. Hours pass in a relentless standoff. The sun arcs overhead, baking the rocks and sapping her strength. Exhaustion sets in. Her breathing grows labored, her injured leg trembles with fatigue. The psychological toll is immense. Every instinct urges her to flee, but there is nowhere to go. Above, her pride gathers at the cliff's edge, their calls echoing down the gorge. They are powerless to help, forced to witness the unfolding drama from afar. The lioness's world has shrunk to a prison of stone and water, her fate balanced on a knife's edge. As dusk approaches, the lioness makes her decision. Driven by desperation and the faint hope of survival, she prepares for one final, perilous gamble. Her only chance lies across the river, a sloped bank that promises safety if she can reach it. With a burst of energy, she leaps into the water. Instantly she is out of her element. Her movements are awkward, her injured leg dragging behind. The current tugs at her, and the crocodiles close in, sensing her vulnerability. As she nears the far bank, a massive crocodile erupts from the depths, its jaws locking onto her hind leg. Another seizes her shoulder, their combined strength overwhelming her resistance. The predators drag her beneath the surface, initiating the infamous death roll, a violent spinning maneuver designed to drown and dismember. The struggle is brief and brutal. As the sun sets over the savanna, the queen's reign comes to a tragic end. a stark testament to the unforgiving balance of power in the wild. Africa's landscapes are a testament to nature's extremes, ranging from sun-baked deserts and salt-crusted lakes to lush wetlands and dense forests. Each terrain presents its own formidable challenges, demanding extraordinary survival strategies from the creatures that call them home. In these unforgiving environments, survival hinges on adaptation, whether it's blending seamlessly into the background, conserving precious moisture, or timing activity to the cooler hours of dawn and dusk. In northern Kenya, Lake Turkana emerges from the arid expanse, a vast, shimmering oasis known as the world's largest desert lake, surrounded by volcanic rock and relentless sun. Its striking jade-green waters are both beautiful and inhospitable, saturated with salts and minerals that few species can tolerate. Yet, Lake Turkana supports the densest population of Nile crocodiles on the planet, over 3,000 individuals thriving where most life struggles to persist. These crocodiles are giants, some reaching lengths of 6 meters, their size a testament to generations of survival in a land of scarcity. The surrounding landscape is stark and unforgiving, with little vegetation and even less shelter from the relentless heat. To endure, Turkana's crocodiles have mastered the art of patience, remaining motionless for hours, sometimes days, to conserve every ounce of energy. Their metabolism slows dramatically, allowing them to survive months without food, a crucial adaptation in a place where meals are unpredictable. When opportunity arises, they strike with explosive speed, ambushing Nile perch, one of the few fish species able to withstand the lake's harsh chemistry. But this delicate balance is threatened. Diminishing rainfall and rising temperatures are causing the lake to recede, concentrating salts and making survival even more precarious. The fate of these ancient reptiles is inseparable from the health of their environment. Each year, their future grows more uncertain as the ecosystem shifts. Still, they endure, living proof that resilience and adaptation can allow life to persist, even in the most inhospitable corners of the continent. In dramatic contrast, the Okavango Delta in Botswana is a lush, ever-changing mosaic of water and land, an oasis carved into the heart of the Kalahari Desert. The Okavango River journeys over 1,000 kilometers from the Angolan highlands, spilling not into the sea, but fanning out across the desert sands to create a labyrinth of channels and lagoons. This seasonal flood transforms the delta into a vibrant wetland, teeming with life and offering sanctuary to countless species. As the floodwaters arrive during the driest months, animals converge from miles around. Elephants, antelope, and birds all drawn to the life-giving water. Each species has evolved unique strategies to cope with the delta's shifting boundaries. Some migrate with the water, others adapt to both aquatic and terrestrial life. The Lechwe antelope, for instance, sports elongated, splayed hooves, perfect for sprinting across flooded marshes without sinking. Even apex predators like lions have adapted, learning to swim across channels and hunt in waterlogged terrain, a rare skill among big cats. Elephants, the delta's architects, carve new waterways with every step, their movements shaping the landscape and ensuring water reaches even the most remote corners. The Okavango Delta is a living, breathing system. Its cycles of flood and drought drive the evolution of remarkable behaviors and adaptations, making it one of the world's most dynamic and resilient ecosystems. As dusk settles over the African bush, a different kind of predator stirs. African pythons, masters of stealth, emerge from their daytime refuges, cloaked in shadow and silence. These formidable serpents, some stretching over 5 meters in length, are the continent's largest snakes, and their hunting tactics are as intricate as they are effective. Unlike the lightning-fast strikes of vipers or the ambushes of crocodiles, the python's hunt is a slow, deliberate art. Using heat-sensitive pits along their jaws, they detect the faintest warmth of passing prey, often small antelope, rodents, or ground-dwelling birds. Their scales, patterned in rich earth tones, blend seamlessly against leaf litter and tangled roots, rendering them nearly invisible to both predator and prey. Patience is the python's greatest weapon. For hours, sometimes longer, they lie coiled and motionless, muscles tensed beneath their mosaic skin. When the moment arrives, the strike is sudden, a surge of muscle and momentum. The python seizes its target in a bone-crushing embrace, coiling tighter with each exhale of its prey, cutting off blood flow with silent efficiency. But their hunting prowess extends beyond brute force. In the Okavango Delta's labyrinth of reeds, pythons exploit the seasonal floods, gliding through submerged grass in search of unsuspecting waterfowl. In the arid Sahel, they take to burrows and termite mounds, ambushing rodents as they emerge to forage under the cover of night. Once subdued, the python's flexible jaws and elastic skin allow it to swallow prey many times its own diameter, a feat of engineering unmatched in the animal kingdom. Digestion is a slow, energy-intensive process, and after a successful hunt, these snakes can go weeks, even months, before needing to feed again. African pythons are more than hunters. They are vital regulators of their ecosystems, keeping rodent and bird populations in check. Yet, their secretive lives mean they are seldom seen, their presence revealed only by the faint trail left in dust or the sudden silence of the bush. In the vast tapestry of Africa's wild, the python's story is one of patience, precision, and perfect adaptation, a shadowy testament to the diverse strategies that define survival on this ancient continent. Across the African continent, the struggle between predator and prey is a relentless arms race, one that extends even among the cold-blooded. As the python stalks its quarry, many of Africa's reptiles have evolved ingenious defenses to thwart these silent hunters. In the arid savannas, the armored bodies of Nile monitors shimmer in the fading light. Their thick-keeled scales act as natural chainmail, resisting the initial grip of a python's coils. When threatened, the monitor lashes its muscular tail with whip-like speed, deterring serpents with stinging blows. Its strong, clawed limbs allow it to scramble up trees or dive into water, exploiting escape routes inaccessible to most snakes. Further south, the spiny-tailed agama relies on a different strategy. When danger looms, it darts into narrow rock crevices, inflating its body and wedging itself immovably between stone walls. Its spiny tail bristles outward, forming a living barricade that frustrates even the most persistent python. In the heat-baked deserts, the puff adder, another formidable serpent, employs camouflage and a bluff. When approached by a rival snake, it coils tightly, its cryptic pattern blending with the sand. If pressed, it emits a menacing hiss and inflates its body, appearing larger and more threatening than it truly is. This display often convinces would-be attackers to seek easier prey. Even the diminutive plated lizard is not defenseless. Its interlocking osteoderms, bony plates beneath the skin, form a flexible suit of armor. When seized, the lizard twists violently, using its rigid body to slip from the python's grasp, or wedges itself into tight spaces where the serpent cannot follow. These defensive adaptations are not mere accidents of evolution, but the result of countless generations locked in a silent contest of survival. For every python that glides through the shadows, there are countless reptiles ready to resist, evade, and endure. In Africa's wild mosaic, the balance between hunter and hunted is a masterpiece of adaptation, a testament to the resilience of life beneath the sun and the stars. Across the endless sprawl of Africa's savannas, serpents are more than mere predators. They are silent architects shaping the very fabric of life. Beneath the golden grasses and dappled shade, their presence ripples through the food chain, influencing both the abundance and behavior of countless species. As apex ambush predators, large snakes like pythons and cobras regulate populations of small mammals, birds, and even other reptiles. When a colony of rodents flourishes, serpents move in, their patient hunting keeping numbers in check. This predation prevents overgrazing allowing vegetation to recover and stabilizing the soil, which in turn supports grazers like antelope and zebra. The balance is delicate. When serpents are removed, rodent populations can explode, triggering cascading effects that transform the landscape. Yet serpents are not just hunters, they are also prey. Eagles, honey badgers, and mongooses prowl the savanna, their survival intertwined with the snakes they pursue. A python's clutch of eggs may feed a passing monitor lizard, while its own demise nourishes scavengers, returning vital nutrients to the earth. Even in death, serpents leave their mark. Their shed skins enrich the soil, while their absence creates opportunities for rival predators to rise. The mere scent of a snake can alter the behavior of prey species, triggering alarm calls and evasive maneuvers that ripple outward, affecting the movement and feeding of entire herds. Through every coil and every strike, serpents weave themselves into the ecosystem's tapestry, maintaining equilibrium in ways both visible and unseen. In the symphony of the savanna, their silent presence ensures that no one voice ever dominates for long. Here balance is everything, and the serpents are its quiet custodians. As the sun dips below the horizon, and the savanna's golden hues fade into deep indigo, a new world awakens, one ruled by shadows, silence, and the restless stirrings of nocturnal life. For Africa's serpents, nightfall is not a time of rest, but of opportunity. Beneath the cloak of darkness, pythons uncoil from their hidden lairs. Their movements are slow, deliberate, each scale gliding silently over cool earth. Thermal sensing pits along their jaws detect the faintest warmth, the heartbeat of a sleeping rodent, the gentle breath of a roosting bird. Guided more by touch and scent than sight, these hunters slip unseen through the undergrowth, their presence betrayed only by the soft rustle of grass. Elsewhere, the black mamba surveys the moonlit savanna with unblinking eyes. It glides across the ground, alert for the subtle vibrations of prey. Nocturnal rodents, gerbils, shrews, and springhares venture from their burrows in search of seeds and insects, trusting the darkness to shield them, but the serpent's patience outlasts their caution. In a sudden blur of motion, it strikes, venom flowing, the night's silence broken only by the faintest scuffle. Yet, the night is not without peril for the serpents themselves. The pale forms of barn owls swoop low, their ghostly wings silent as they scan for movement. A honey badger, relentless even in darkness, sniffs along a game trail, immune to most venoms and ever hungry for an unwary snake. Every creature in this nocturnal ballet plays a part, each step dictated by the constant push and pull of survival. For prey, the darkness is a double-edged sword. It offers concealment but demands heightened senses, a twitch of whiskers, a flick of an ear, the constant tension of knowing that danger may come from above or below. For serpents, night is both a hunting ground and a gauntlet. Every successful strike is balanced by the risk of becoming prey themselves. As dawn approaches, the savanna's nocturnal drama fades with the mist. The serpents retreat, their bellies full or empty, to burrows and hollow logs. The prey, those that have survived, slip back into the safety of their dens, and for a brief moment the land is still, until the cycle begins anew with the rising sun. In this nightly dance, serpents and their prey are bound together by instinct, adaptation, and the relentless rhythm of life and death. It is a world unseen by day, yet vital to the balance of the African wilds. Across the African savanna, a silent contest has shaped the destinies of both serpent and adversary, an evolutionary arms race millions of years in the making. In this relentless struggle, each adaptation sparks an answer, each new weapon a fresh defense. Visuals reveal the black mamba's fangs, glistening with neurotoxic venom. Its strike is a marvel of engineering, fast, precise, and deadly. Yet, even as serpents refine their arsenal, their prey and predators evolve in tandem. The mongoose, small and agile, is shown weaving through tall grasses. Its nervous system has developed a partial resistance to snake venom, allowing it to counterattack with lightning speed, jaws clamping down on a serpent's vulnerable neck. Elsewhere, a honey badger's thick, loose hide is visualized in close-up. This natural armor blunts fangs and allows the badger to twist free from a snake's coils. Its metabolism neutralizes toxins that would fell lesser creatures, making it a formidable foe. The camera pans to a ground hornbill, its sharp beak delivering swift, crushing blows. Through generations, its visual acuity has sharpened, enabling it to spot even the most camouflaged serpent against the dappled earth. In response, snakes develop intricate patterns and behaviors, freezing, mimicking fallen branches, or burrowing deep to avoid detection. But the race does not end with defense. The puff adder, once a master of ambush, now faces predators that recognize its signature hiss and warning posture. Meerkats, working in coordinated groups, distract and overwhelm even the most venomous adversary, teaching their young through mimicry and play. Each encounter is a lesson written into DNA. Every generation, only the most adaptable survive. The snake that strikes faster, the mammal that resists venom, the bird that sees through camouflage. The savanna becomes a living laboratory, its inhabitants locked in perpetual contest, their bodies and instincts shaped by countless battles unseen by human eyes. In this ceaseless arms race, there is no final victor. Instead, evolution's edge is honed with every sunrise, every failed ambush, every narrow escape. The balance shifts imperceptibly, but the contest endures, ensuring that Africa's wild heart remains ever unpredictable, ever alive. Venom, an ancient alchemy that has transformed the fate of serpents across Africa. Far more than a weapon, it is a tool of survival, competition, and adaptation. In the golden light of dawn, a gaboon viper lies motionless, its cryptic scales blending seamlessly with the leaf litter. Suddenly, a rodent scurries past. With a surge of precision, the viper's fangs inject a complex cocktail of enzymes and toxins. The effect is instantaneous, paralysis, and then silence. Here, venom is economy. A single measured strike conserves precious energy and minimizes the risk of injury. Cut to a montage of serpents, each with its own chemical signature. Visuals highlight the black mamba's neurotoxins, which disrupt nerve signals, and the puff adder's cytotoxins, which break down tissue. These molecular blueprints are shaped by evolutionary pressures, fine-tuning each species' arsenal for specific prey and threats. For the spitting cobra, venom is not just for hunting. It becomes a shield, ejected in a blinding spray at the eyes of would-be attackers. Slow-motion visuals capture the venom's arc, shimmering in the air before landing on the face of a curious predator, forcing a retreat. But the power of venom extends beyond predation and defense. It is a force in the serpent's own competition. Scenes reveal rival snakes in a territorial dispute, their posturing underscored by the threat of a venomous bite. In these encounters, the mere presence of venom can decide dominance, territory, and even mating rights, without a single drop being spilled. Zoom in on the molecular scale. Animated graphics illustrate how venom proteins evolve, diversifying faster than almost any other gene family in the animal kingdom. This rapid evolution allows serpents to keep pace with prey that develop resistance, ensuring that the balance of power is ever shifting. As dusk falls, visuals linger on a python. Unlike its venomous cousins, it relies on brute strength. Yet even here, the shadow of venom looms, shaping the ecosystem from the shadows. For every serpent, venom is more than a weapon. It is nature's ultimate game-changer, a silent force that shapes the destiny of the wild. In the heart of the savanna, where survival hinges on the narrowest of margins, venom remains the most decisive advantage of all. Africa's serpents are not only masters of predation, they are also champions of survival in a land defined by relentless extremes. As the savanna oscillates between searing drought and torrential rain, serpents display a remarkable suite of adaptations, forged by millennia of environmental upheaval. Visuals sweep across a cracked, sun-baked plain. The camera glides beneath a fallen log, revealing a puff adder nestled in the cool shade. Here, strategic use of microhabitats is vital. During the hottest hours, serpents retreat underground into abandoned burrows or beneath dense vegetation, where temperatures remain stable and moisture lingers. Animated graphics detail the snake's scales, highly specialized to minimize water loss, each scale locking tightly against its neighbor, forming a living barrier against evaporation. Cut to a montage. A spitting cobra gliding across parched earth, tongue flicking, sensing the faintest humidity in the air. In the dry season, water sources dwindle, but serpents possess an extraordinary ability to survive on minimal intake, extracting moisture from their prey and slowing their metabolism to conserve every drop. Shift to a thunderstorm rolling over the Savannah. Rain transforms the landscape overnight. Pools fill, grass flourishes, and prey emerges in abundance. Serpents seize this fleeting opportunity. Night vision footage captures a boomslang navigating slick branches, its body temperature rising with the ambient warmth. Unlike mammals, serpents are ectothermic, finely attuned to the world's thermal rhythms. With each rise and fall of the sun, they shift their activity, basking at dawn, hunting at dusk, vanishing during the midday blaze. Animated infographics show the evolutionary roots of these behaviors. Over generations, only those able to endure the harshest droughts and capitalize on the briefest rains survive to pass on their genes. Their physiology, from kidneys that concentrate waste to lungs that tolerate low oxygen, is a living record of adaptation. As the savanna's climate grows ever more unpredictable, these ancient survivors continue to innovate, altering breeding cycles, shifting ranges, and even changing the timing of their hibernation-like brumation. Each adjustment is a testament to resilience, an unbroken thread stretching back to the dawn of reptiles. In this land of extremes, serpents are not merely shaped by the environment, they are sculptors of their own fate, adapting, enduring, and thriving where others falter. Against the elements, they remain the silent, sinuous masters of survival. High above the African savanna, another set of eyes scans the undulating grass, a master of the skies, wings spread wide, harnessing the thermals. For every serpent slithering through the undergrowth, there is a raptor watching from above, locked in an ancient rivalry defined by stealth, speed, and survival. Visuals sweep upward from a basking rock python, shifting seamlessly to the keen gaze of a martial eagle, perched on a high acacia branch. The camera lingers on the eagle's talons, razor-sharp, poised for the strike. In this ongoing contest, serpents and birds of prey are both hunter and hunted, their fates intertwined in a delicate balance. Cut to slow-motion footage, a boomslang gliding through the branches, its movement cautious, every muscle attuned to the subtlest flicker of shadow. Overhead, a brown snake eagle circles, its vision 8 times sharper than that of a human. The eagle dives, wings folded, talons outstretched, slicing through the air in a blur of precision. The snake coils defensively, scales gleaming in the sunlight, head raised in a final warning. But this is no one-sided battle. Transition to a montage. A black mamba, aware of the threat, disappears into a tangle of thorny brush, leveraging the labyrinthine cover that only a serpent can navigate. Elsewhere, a spitting cobra rears up, hood flared, launching a jet of venom toward the eyes of a descending hawk. For some birds, the risk is calculated. The snake eagle's scaly legs and thick eyelids are evolutionary armor, defenses honed through countless generations of close encounters. The narration syncs with visuals of a tawny eagle tearing into its hard-won meal, while in the background a montage of unsuccessful hunts underscores the high stakes of this aerial game. Not all serpents fall prey, some escape, some fight back, and a rare few even turn the tables, delivering a lethal bite that leaves the raptor grounded. Animated infographics illustrate the evolutionary arms race. Serpents develop cryptic coloration and rapid reflexes, while raptors refine their hunting strategies and physical defenses. This dynamic shapes not just individuals, but entire populations. Those who adapt, survive, those who hesitate vanish. As dusk settles, a silent drama unfolds. Night herons and owls join the fray, each with unique methods for detecting and capturing serpents in the darkness. The Savannah's tapestry is woven with these encounters, each one a testament to the relentless drive to survive. In the end, the rivalry between serpent and raptor is not merely a struggle for dominance, but a dance of adaptation, each pushing the other to new heights of cunning and resilience. Beneath the open sky, among the rustling grasses, the contest endures, an unending duel between earthbound stealth and aerial supremacy. Beneath the golden veil of the African sun, the savanna becomes a living mosaic, shadows stretching, grasses swaying, patterns shifting with every breath of wind. Here, survival belongs to the unseen. For serpents, mastery of camouflage is not just a skill, it is an existential necessity. The camera glides low across the earth, revealing a gaboon viper nestled among the leaf litter. Its scales mirror the mottled browns and dusky greys of fallen foliage, rendering the snake nearly invisible to both predator and prey. Close-ups highlight the intricate patterns, nature's artistry at its most deceptive. Elsewhere, a twig snake drapes itself along a branch, its slender body perfectly aligned with the contours and color of bark. Only the subtlest movement, a flicker of tongue, betrays its presence. The narration syncs with ultra-slow-motion footage as a lizard scurries by, oblivious to the danger inches away. Cut to a sand adder, half buried in the ochre dust. With a gentle ripple of muscle, it disappears completely beneath the surface, leaving only the barest hint of its outline. Overhead, a shadow passes, a raptor searching for movement, but finding none. The visuals shift to the undergrowth, where a puff adder freezes mid-stride, its cryptic pattern blending seamlessly with dappled light and shadow. The camera lingers on the tension in its body, every muscle coiled, every scale working in concert to dissolve its outline against the ground. Animated overlays demonstrate the science behind this stealth. Micro-textures on scales scatter light, breaking up the serpent's silhouette. Shifting skin pigments adjust to subtle changes in environment, creating a living, breathing cloak of invisibility. Cut to a montage, a boomslang wrapped around green foliage, indistinguishable among the leaves. A night adder nestled in the roots of a tree, vanishing with the coming dusk. The narration follows each transformation, emphasizing the diversity and precision of these natural disguises. For serpents, camouflage is more than a defense. It is a weapon, allowing them to ambush prey with surgical precision or evade the ever-watchful eyes of predators. In the endless contest for survival, invisibility is the ultimate advantage. As twilight deepens, the savanna's serpents dissolve into the landscape, silent and unseen. Their greatest battles are fought in the realm of shadows and illusion, where only the most perceptive can discern the difference between leaf and scale. In this world, to be invisible is to endure. Beneath the surface of Africa's wild heart, the story of serpents is written in cycles, ancient, relentless, and quietly magnificent. As the first rains break the dry season's grip, the earth awakens. The camera pans across a dew-laden savanna, where the subtle stirrings of life signal the beginning of a new generation. Close-up shots reveal a female African rock python coiled protectively around her clutch of eggs. Her massive body forms a living fortress, scales glistening with morning condensation. Time-lapse footage captures her steadfast vigil as she shivers gently to generate warmth, regulating the temperature of her precious brood. The narration synchronizes with the camera's focus on the eggs, translucent shells within which new life pulses, veins visible beneath the surface. Elsewhere, a boomslang drapes herself among dense foliage, her slender form nearly undetectable. With a patience honed by evolution, she deposits her eggs in the cool shade, trusting camouflage and seclusion to shield them from hungry eyes. Each species has its own rhythm. Some, like the sand adder, bury their eggs beneath loose soil, while others, such as the puff adder, give birth to live young, skipping the vulnerable egg stage entirely. The camera transitions to a sequence of hatching. Tiny heads push through fragile shells, tongues flickering as they taste the air for the very first time. Close-ups highlight miniature replicas of their parents, perfectly formed and already equipped with instinctual wariness. In a world where danger lurks at every turn, survival favors the cautious and the quick. Freshly hatched serpents disperse into the undergrowth, their journey fraught with peril. The narration details their immediate challenges, evading predators, finding shelter and hunting for their first meal. Slow-motion footage captures a newly emerged night adder slithering through leaf litter, its movements tentative yet purposeful. Cut to a montage, juvenile snakes shedding their first skins, the delicate process revealed in intimate detail. A young spitting cobra practicing its aim on unsuspecting insects. A clutch of vine snakes navigating tangled branches, each movement a testament to inherited agility. As seasons shift, the serpents mature. Mating rituals unfold in fleeting encounters, entwined bodies, vibrant displays, and subtle chemical signals carried on the wind. The narration emphasizes the diversity of strategies. Some species engage in elaborate courtship dances, while others rely on stealth and speed. Throughout, the visuals remain rooted in the wild, the endless play of sunlight and shadow, the intricate tapestry of habitats that sustain each stage of life. The cycle comes full circle with the next generation as the serpent's ancient legacy is passed on, not in monuments or memory, but in the silent persistence of life itself. In the untamed landscapes of Africa, the life cycle of serpents is a quiet epic, an eternal dance of birth, survival, and renewal, hidden beneath the grass, beneath the soil, and within the shadows where the wild endures.